Guys, you have to understand that the more you care about what others think, the more you confine yourself into this mental prison of which you don't have the key to unlock, because every time you go around, moving around in a state of self-consciousness, so your attention is no longer directed on yourself, aka you're not focusing on yourself, you're focusing on everything and everyone but yourself. And so here you go, moving around very fucking stupid. You guys don't actually go through life on your own accord. Most of you guys, again, like my mentor said, you guys take cues from people who take cues. So most of you guys aren't fucking leaders and you guys are followers. But when we actually pierce the depth of what that actually means, you guys are subordinate to people who are around you because you actually lack the consciousness of self instead of being self-consciousness. So most of you guys concentrate your energy on the people around you, but it's time to look in a fucking mirror. Because most of you guys pretend like you don't know what's right or wrong, because when you realize that you're wrong, well, now you have to actually sit in personal confrontation, which creates energies which you have to digest, which will propel you forward. So most of you guys, you break the negativity, and here you go in your negative emotion cascading in the infinite abyss of avoidance consciousness. But all you have to fucking do is truly confront this energy, confront these tensions, and actually transmute it into something more. And so most of you guys really believe that you're going to be the best version of you, like a walk in the fucking park. But you have to understand that it's everything that destroys you, which is going to rebuild you and recreate you. So most of you guys, you stay the fucking same your entire fucking life. Most of you guys, you exist in a comfort zone of which you exist in. No escape. I mean, the reason you can't escape is because you use this comfort zone to validate who you are. Because if we truly deduce you to what you really are, now we have to realize that all the false validation that you have to charade behind is really just a sorry excuse for the bitch in a fucking mirror. And so most of you guys, you had a goal, but there you go again, selling your soul. And so now you're a feather in the wind going nowhere as you hopelessly wander the abyss, seeking to extract the validation from the people around you. You have to understand that there's actual value and there's projected value. And so the realer the value, the better the individual, the higher quality the individual. And so most of you guys exist in a false state of equality. You have to understand that there are people who are better than you and you are inferior to those people. And so until you can realize that the way you exist and the way you've contorted your existence and the way you've actually shaped your mind and shaped your existence around escaping the fact you're a fucking bitch. I mean, the more you're gonna go through time decaying instead of growing. And so we have to understand that life truly is very transparent. And when you realize that you're either going up and ascending or you're going down and descending, there is no fine line of neutrality. We realize that most people are descendants. And so the more you descend and the deeper you fall, the more pitiful you are as an individual. And so most of you guys find comfort in this victim mentality. Bitch, look at the fucking mirror. What the fuck is that? All this victim ass pussy ass shit. God damn, where the fuck did your balls go? Bro, you grew a pussy on earth. You don't got no balls. Like, guys, we have to truly bring this into perspective. Every time you victimize yourself out of personal confrontation, all you're doing is proving to God and yourself that you have a fucking vagina. And so it's time to get your finger out your fucking pussy. It's time to take the tampon out. It's time to go look in the mirror. Because until you confront yourself, you will lie yourself out of confrontation. So most of you guys truly exist in a state of delusion. Most of you guys are okay with being fat. Most of you guys are okay with being addicted. Most of you guys are okay with being broke. Most of you guys don't actually have the drive to go against what is against you. Most of you guys are okay with quitting. Most of you guys are okay with being failures. And then the moment we fucking pull back the curtain and put some light on this bitch, truly expose you for what the fuck you are, you're now corroding as your soul deteriorates in the presence of truth. And so we have to truly understand that every tension on your fucking mind is a reflection of all the problems you absolve. And so we can pretend that you are what you have, or we can take off the fucking mask and point at that bitch who's hiding behind all the shit you pretend to be. Because most of you guys, you truly believe you are the shoes you wear or the clothes you have or the car you drive, but most of you guys are not the origin of the value which is reflected in the thing of which you possess. And so you are possessed by the thing. And so the car is not what you have. The car has you, and the car owns you, because last time I checked, you are putting your power onto the car to validate who you are as an individual. And so you're not validating yourself. You're not a self-validating organism. You're not a self-fluctuating, a self-creating, a self conscious or a conscious self organism, not self-conscious, but conscious self. You're conscious of yourself. Most of you guys don't exist within yourself. You exist outside of yourself, and you allow the world to control you. And so every time you feel insecure, every time you need a bottle or whatever the fuck you use to escape that bitch in the mirror, you have to understand that the world is controlling you and you are a slave to the world. And so most of you guys are quick to hear the word slave, and here you are weaponizing the truth against yourself to torment you to further misery. But the truth is meant to rebuild you, to reconstruct you to something more. But the weaker you are as an individual, the heavier the burden. And so most of you guys don't actually understand that your mental state is a reflection of your external reality. And until you can actually remove the mask and all the shit in the way, blocking you from finding out what the fuck you truly are, which is that lazy ass bitch who can't even confront themselves, attain a goal, and then perpetuate this on an infinite cycle of personal evolution to develop through time to truly be a evolving individual, to show up as something that the people around you cannot comprehend, unfathomable presence. These people you will be in an unimaginable state in 10 years, 15 years. And so while they allowed everything to validate them, to keep them in the same low regressional state, as they sat there in their pandemonium of cadences, I mean, fuck, this bitch can't even control their fucking mind. I mean, there's a reason why your minds feel like that every time the presence of truth berates what the fuck you are. So remove your fucking illusion. It's time to look in that fucking mirror, and it's time to conquer life. It's time to move through life like a fucking conqueror. No more fucking lies. No more fucking charades. No more hiding behind the mask. It's time to truly take off the mask, realize you are the darkness of which hides behind the mask, and then it's time to destroy your mask with the most brutalist of overkill, to put the mask on the ground and to run it over with a 800-pound truck on an infinite fucking cycle until you truly realize that you are not your mask, you are not the smile you fake, and you are not the stuff you have. You truly are the individual so self-conscious that they will sit there and they will lie themselves out of the truth. They will allow the world to manipulate them into things they are not. And they will sit there and pretend to be something they are not to avoid the fact they are not. So it's very fucking simple. Wake the fuck up. Peace.